Hello and welcome to the LEGO Star Wars Hoth MOC. Last week we added on to the back of the trench, and this week for our 50th episode, we're filling in this hole.
Alright guys, so welcome back to the Hoth MOC, and this week is actually a pretty big episode, a milestone here for Lobricks and the Hoth MOC in general. It is the 50th episode of the Hoth MOC. We did it, yep, ring-a-ding, we ring the bells, notify your local newspapers and posting facilities because Lobricks has released the 50th episode of the Hoth MOC. Certainly made it a lot farther than M&R Productions Hoth MOC, but that's besides the point. I know we've been saying for like a couple episodes now that we are going to be doing the medical bay. It's been on discussion for about a month, but it's gonna have to wait. Yet again, I'm sorry, medical bay.
It's not special enough for 50.
It just isn't. I mean, we've been adding to this, so the medical bay will come. Do not worry, medical bay fans. It's just not special enough for 50th episode, which brings in the question: what is special enough for the 50th episode?
I don't know.
We really need something iconic, something big. So hopefully, you know, something that would really start to move the MOC towards in progress into the completed area. And I was looking at that slot and I remembered, oh, that's right, we have to build a shield generator. So I was thinking for the 50th episode, we could do the shield generator. What do you think, Lakey?
That means I have to build it.
It does, in fact, mean it has to be built.
Well, so I could do it, but what are your requirements, assistant? What has it got? You know, tell me my limitations.
Well, you know, as far as limitations go, it really has to fit within this spot right here. Because the idea is we're going to build a shield generator in this cutout. We're going to have some build downs here flat on the mountain. And then we're going to kind of curve it around in this nice little crevasse here and have it sitting right here. And then have some more mountains being built up atop it, you know, to make sure that the mountain feels big and tall, but the shield generator isn't sitting on top of the mountain because that's not where it was in the thing. It was kind of off in the distance. It's kind of in its own section and spot. So it really needs to fit within this allotted area here.
So that is too big. It should fit in here?
Not too big, not too small as well. We want it to be a very big and grand structure. So.
All right, I got it. I know what I'm gonna go build it.
All right, well, if you do end up using anyone's designs like on Rebrickable or something along those lines, make sure to show us because we do want to see proper credit where proper credit is due, or you guys will bully us in the comments. Them's the rules.
That's the rules. Well, I am gonna go search the interwebs and the YouTubes and see what I can come up with and see what I can draw inspirations from.
All right, so hopefully we'll have a shield generator here by the end of the episode.
Oh God. So first I just wanted to look at images of shield generators. So I hit the browser, looked at a few images, and then I went to my trusted source, Rebrickable. And there were two MOCs in particular I found there, one by Papaglop, which is kind of at the right scale, a little big, and then Bricktron. Papaglops I really liked, but there was a part of it that was bugging me, where the two halves of each generator come together. It was a little too sticking out, and in the Bricktron run, they were completely on the outside, but I liked the look of how they connected. So I kind of, in my inspiration, I did a leaky original, closer to Papaglops, and a lot of the tchotchkes are Papaglops. But I kind of did my own thing, which could turn out to be a mistake. So let's see how I did. All right, first things first, we have to build 8 of the half ovals of the shield generator. And I'm going to do this in hyperlapse mode. And again, this is kind of an original design. I can probably put the parts list in the description. Shoot me an email or let me know in the comments, and I will put the parts list for the half oval of the shield generator. But I'm going to flip over to hyperlapse mode and show you how I built this. All right, so here is the first semicircle piece. we are actually going to make 6 of these, which I have done mercifully off camera, so you don't have to watch me tinker around with this. Now the reason there's 6 and not 8, so if you think about it, this really only makes 3, not 4. Well, the reason is the 2 outside pieces, let me reshuffle here. Oh geez. So the reason there's 6 and not 8 is the 2 outside pieces are going to be slightly different. The ones facing on the outside of the shield generator. So now let's build those final 2 pieces, and then we can assemble them all. So I've showed you 6 of these pieces, and finally we need 2 of these pieces. And why do you ask? Because these are the ends. These ones are in the middle, they connect together. The end pieces are different because they also support the shield generator at the end. So here is one of 2 end pieces. Now I'm going to switch over to hyperlapse mode and show you exactly how I built this. So let's hyperlapse some shield generator. Right, so now we have our 2 end caps, the final 2 pieces we need. So now we're ready to assemble our shield generator. So let's assemble! Avengers, stupid. All right, next we are gonna build the back half of the left side of one of the shield generator pieces. So it's a little bit like a puzzle because we have to have the back side of the shield generator match up with the front side. So this is going to be the left part of the shield generator. So we're going to build up the side here. All right, then we are going to be putting 2x2 plates in the following configuration here, leaving a little bit of a gap between there and there. Now we're going to put on the curved piece, which will fit right there. Then this piece is not a pure curve, it's a little bit of a corner piece, which fits right here. There's a view from the top. So there's the left-hand side of one of the half ovals of the shield generator. Now we have to make one for the right, so they fit together. But there's one other piece that has to go on the right hand side, and that's some snot bricks to secure the 2 of them together. Other than that, it's an exact copy of what we did on the left hand side. So I'll show you how we applied the snot bricks in a second, but they then neatly fit together. Ooh, isn't that nice? Pretty secure. I don't know if it's exactly, this is a leaky original, so I wouldn't like bash this against a wall or anything, but I think it's fairly secure. So how did I do the snot technique on the back of the right hand side? And pretty much the only difference between a right hand and a left hand is one has snot bricks on it. So everybody who is anybody knows the snot technique. Actually, that was a really crappy thing to say. We just learned the snot technique fairly recently. And what it means is you have to layer in plates in between the snot bricks. And the rule of thumb is, it's not a rule of thumb, it's actually a rule of physical law, 2 plates for every snot brick. So 2 plates, snot brick, 2 plates, snot brick. And because we are reversing this, we want it to attach, we have to put 1 snot brick this way and then the other one inverted, so it sticks on the back of the shield generator. We did the same thing here with a slightly different technique. Instead of a 1x4 snot brick, we just use a 1x2 Technic piece, and we put 2 of them together. This is a little less secure than the 1x4 snot brick, but it's a piece saver as well. And this needs to stick right up here. We've already spaced it out ahead of time, so it's somewhat even with this. So now it'll neatly fit together with a right hand piece. And this is an end cap 1. See how it has the different end on it? So cool. Now we just need to fit the other two together. One more end cap 1. Very nice. End cap, and then 2 of the interior pieces. For a total of 4. There it is. Now we have to mount it. There's still a little more equipment we have to put down that goes in between each section of the shield generator. But this is the hard part. And this took forever. I'm going to say it took probably 10 years to build this. So, you know, if you guys do it in less than a week, that shows you what a crappy build or leaky is. Now we are going to be attaching the shield generator pieces onto the base using a single 2x2 brick. The reasoning is we are going to want to be able to be flexibly shifting these guys. And these, once attached to plates, are not easy. Oh, by the way, I wanted to tell you guys, Assistant got this tool online. I think we got it from Amazon. I don't know exactly where it is. This works way better than one of those part separators. It's some sort of demo instrument, or it's a small tool. This thing works awesome getting Legos up. So anyways, you want to put the 2x2 plate in one of the center Technic pieces underneath. And it's very important when you build your shield generator semicircles that this piece is Technic. Don't forget that. The bottom part has to be. So it's the only way to mount it onto your base, if I can get it to stick. There we go. And again, this is an end cap 1. See how it's different than this one. So this one needs to go as close to the edge as possible. I'll try to spin this around so you can see it. And the second thing I realized when I showed this to Assistant, he's like, Leaky, that's not nearly long enough. So I know, we're gonna have to extend it, and Assistant might have to cut into the MOC a little bit, because this is the shield generator I want. It's not the shield generator we deserve, it's the shield generator I want.
A hero. Not the hero we deserved, but the hero we needed.
Jeez, come on, Leaky. Back to Star Wars, man. Alright, so the next thing we have to do is slide under here a 2x2 standard old plate. This is a little tricky. It's not very tricky if you just pull it off. Now you know that'll fit back there. And the reason is we need this is we need to know the spacing for this next piece, which is the connector. And this is going to go on a 2x2 stud, again with a single stud in the center, so we can place that. Then you just get your next one, and notice this is a middle one, not an end cap 1. Stick your there, and voila, it connects. Now, there's 2 other pieces of Greeble. Oh, jeez, I said it. No, not the Greeble. Hate that guy. Which is really just 2x2 plate, 1x2 plates, cap, little hinge piece, and a vent. And we put that guy right there. And then this couldn't be more basic. You got a double cheese on a slope, 2x2 brick, and this fits right in between there. So that is the fundamental pieces of it. Now we just need to extend it down. And there we go. So now we have to put our 4th and final one in. You'll see it's an end cap 1. And there we go. Okay, a couple of more details we have to put on here. This guy fits here. We have to put our one last hinge piece here. All right, so there is our brand new shield generator in all its glory. And now we just have one more thing. Somehow, some way, this has to fit in the area on the MOC that assistant gave me for the shield generator. And I'm not so sure it will. So I'm going to go get assistant. Let's put this thing on the MOC.
All right, so Leaky has done a bang-up job of building the shield generator. I mean, look at this thing. This thing looks really, really good. It has all of the right dimensions here. It looks just like the movie with 4 shields in total, unlike the UCS set, which I think came with 3 shields. Am I right? Wasn't even 4.
Yeah, I think you're right. 3 generators.
So we have the full proper thing here, but there is one thing I did notice, and that it is more of like the UCS shield generators. These aren't really in scale within what we're trying to do here. If you take a look at the Millennium Falcon, maybe a snow speeder or a walker, this would scale more the better with the UCS walker, not our play scale walkers. And that also means that does it fit? I want to know.
Are you thinking I might have made it too big?
It may be a little big.
Well, let's see.
Oh, a little bit of a tight fit over there, and yeah, all right, kind of fits. Not.
It's big.
So we're definitely gonna have to raise this bit of a mountain up a little bit here, and then that means we're gonna have to raise this up. I'm thinking about 6 studs of rising here, and then an additional 4 studs on this guy. Pretty much just 2 more studs on top of this, and then bringing it across, raising this whole part up here, and then curving the top.
Well, one thing
because that right there is too large for where it sits. It needs to be raising up a little bit.
Remember, we're going to be building a top, so this is going to kind of ramp up.
Yeah,
and then behind it, we're going to have.
No matter what's coming in the future, this has to get taller, because as of right now, it does look really, really good, but it is just a little ridiculous when you do take into consideration the sizing of our walkers here and the shield generator. And really looks a little silly is when you compare the shield generator to our door.
So I made it too big?
But if we just rise it up and the mountain gets definitely a little taller, I think that's gonna give the whole MOC a little more substance. So we're gonna have the shield generator be very large for this MOC, but still, you know, a highlight point. It is what they're trying, it's what these big guys are after anyway. I mean, that's their goal, so.
Yep, they're trying to wipe that out.
Yeah, so this one can go.
That is big.
Yeah, so.
I screwed up, assistant!
It will work, we can get it fixed. But it's just gonna need some tweaking, you know? Like, just like when you're in your car and it's a bit too chilly out. But like, for the windows to be rolled down, so you have to roll up the windows and turn on the air. Like, that's the amount of tweaking we're gonna have to do to get this to work here. So we're
not gonna have to take the engine out of the car, take the car apart, put an SUV around it, and then put a new engine in it? Just more like windows down tweaking?
Yeah. Stop, just a little bit, just little tweak, that's all. But it will work here, it will work. But anyway, it is in, so I'm sure you guys want to look at this. So let's do some.
Yeah, well, let's hear the comments of the viewers as well. See what
I want to try a segment, Leaky.
All right.
I have an idea, and you guys can tell me if this is good. Now that we have this done, I feel we should play some jazzy music and then just show like 20-30 seconds of B-roll.
I like it.
All right, well let's take a look at the shield generator. All right, so now that you guys have seen that awesome B-roll, I mean, ooh, beautiful camera work. What can I say?
Do you feel
Nothing
better
but the
about the
best.
shield generator now that you've B-rolled it, assistant?
Well, like I said, it definitely needs to be lifted up here. and it's very much into the base.
Yeah,
but,
I wanted to have a Tauntaun pen there. You can't even see the Tauntaun under there.
No, I mean, if you look where the Tauntaun pen's gonna be here, it's not very open. We need to raise that up. So
Tauntauns need sunlight.
that's gonna have to be risen up a bit. But anyway, that's not gonna happen today. I think that's gonna conclude the building portion of this episode. But that still leaves a minifigure, and I'll let you guys know. He's already been placed down. In honor of the 50th episode here, we wanted to do an older fella, because it's like episode 50 and older guys, older 50.
Hey, wait, I'm 50.
Something like that, I don't know. It's just a loose theme to give this video some substance. But anyway, I decided to add in this fellow right here. He's like more of a high-ranking commander guy, and I'm trying to get him to where he's just like watching his troops march out, like he's observing their form, and then he's gonna follow them out to the battlefield after all the boys have ran in.
Can you see his face? Do you know who people think that is?
Who's that? Let's see if we can get a focus in on his face. Who do they think this?
A lot of people think that's old Rex. See how he's got the battle scars on his face and the beard? He shows up again in Return of the Jedi.
Maybe. That's, again, a bit of a stretch. But it could be. But that is going to be our minifigure for today. Like I said, I wanted tons of minifigures kind of mingling around all of Echo Base's hangar here, just to give it a little bit more life. So if you have any suggestions, don't feel free to leave them in the comments below. Maybe we'll take your suggestion for an upcoming video. But anyway, guys, that's probably going to do it for this very special episode of LEGO Hoth MOC. And of course, the shield generator is on the board, looking epic. It does look really cool over there to have the shield generators. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. If you wanna see behind the scenes planning, feel free to become a member. We actually do a lot of planning. We pull out the blueprints, the secret blueprints of the LEGO Hoth MOC and write stuff down. Maybe not, but we do a lot of planning about future episodes and such along those lines. So definitely check that out if you're interested. If not, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see ya in the next one.